Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're coming off the All-Star break as the Cubs begin the second half of the season with a road trip to Arizona and St. Louis. The Cubs also have executed a trade, bringing Nelson Cruz over from the Detroit Tigers, who's going to serve primarily in a pinch hitting role, in exchange for a couple of minor leaguers. The Cubs, in order to make room for Cruz, sent Corey Abbott back down to Iowa for the foreseeable future. For today's game against Arizona, the Cubs are going to be sending Lance McCullers out to the mound. He is making start number 20. With a 10-3 record, he has a 3.66 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. McCullers will have a lineup around him of Horner, Santana, Rizzo, Correa, Harper, Bryant, Springer, Amaya, and McCullers batting ninth. Merrill Kelly is making the start today for the Diamondbacks. He's making start number 16 with a 6-4 record. He has a 3.59 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP. The Diamondbacks lineup will be Thomas, Smith, Marte, Beer, Kelly, Calhoun, Urena, Ahmed, and Kelly batting ninth. The roof is closed here in Arizona as it is a stifling hot day outside in the desert. So as the Cubs send Nico Horner up to the plate, we see the Diamondbacks arrayed in their defensive alignment and Merrill Kelly on the mound. The Cubs starting the second half of the season in first place, 14 games ahead of the second place St. Louis Cardinals. The Diamondbacks, with Kelly on the mound, he is looking for the sign, nodding off the pitcher, and here comes the pitch. There's a grounder toward third. Picked up, thrown over to first, and Horner's retired for out number one. Santana now the batter with one out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Danny Santana. And he drives it into center field. Coming in fast is the center fielder. He makes the play for out number two. Rizzo now batting, 2 outs and nobody on. Kelly working with a 2-2 count. And there's a drive to the gap in left center field. I believe that's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall in the gap as Rizzo slides into second with a 2-out double here in the top of the first inning. Rizzo hit that one very hard to about the deepest part of the ballpark in left center field, and now Carlos Correa is the batter. With 2 outs and a runner on second, here's the 0-2 count, and the pitch to Correa, and he lines that one into right field. That's another base hit. Rizzo coming around third. He's going to try to score. The throw comes home. Rizzo's going to be safe at home as Carlos Correa comes through with the 2-out RBI double. And the Cubs now have a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Bryce Harper now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Let's see if he can keep the inning going. Harper waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And he lines that one up the middle for another base hit. Heading for third is Correa. He's going to round third and try to score. The throw comes home. It is late, and Bryce Harper now has an RBI single. The Cubs now the owners of a 2-0 lead. Some 2-out theatrics for the Cubs here in the first inning, bringing up Chris Bryant. 2 outs, runner on first, Cubs up by 2. Here is the full count pitch, and that is a swing and a miss to end the inning. Bryant probably chased one that was down right there. The inning is over. The Cubs take 2 runs on 3 hits and strand a runner. We're going now to the bottom of the first of a 2-0 Chicago lead. Alek Thomas leading off for the Diamondbacks against Lance McCullers in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 is the count. McCullers looking for the sign and delivering the pitch, and he hits him right in the side. That is a hit by pitch, and Alek Thomas now is on first. So Thomas, who has 15 stolen bases on the season, is going to get some attention out here on the mound. We are going to pitch out on the first pitch to Havin Smith and see what happens. Here it comes. And the throw down to second, and he is dead to rights. Alek Thomas is thrown out easily on the pitch out. The very first pitch, and Maya now has thrown out 13 base runners this season. So now with 1 out, nobody on, Pavin Smith facing Lance McCullers, and Smith actually swung at that pitch out, amazingly enough. So he has a 1-strike count. Here's the 2-2 pitch from McCullers, and there's a grounder toward short. Picked up by Correa, thrown over to first. That's out number 2. Ketel Marte now is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count to Marte. And a pop-up to center, chasing fast as Springer. He puts it away to end the inning. So McCullers faces the minimum. As the Diamondbacks do not score, we're going to the top of the second of a 2-0 Cub lead. George Springer facing Merrill Kelly to lead off the Cubs half of the second. 1 ball is the count, and there's a grounder up the middle. On the shift, the second baseman has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Miguel Amaya now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Kelly working with a 1-2 count. And there's a pop-up behind third base, going back just on the outfield grass. The third baseman makes the catch for out number 2. Lance McCullers now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Kelly working with a 1-2 count. And that is strike 3 called. McCullers thought it was outside, but the umpire rings him up to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the second of a 2-0 Cub lead. McCullers facing Beer here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 ball is the count. As McCullers delivers, there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop on the shift has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Correa was basically playing directly behind second base, and he was perfectly positioned to make that play. Kelly now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch. As McCullers delivers, there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's out number 2. And now Calhoun is the batter. Cole Calhoun comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is the 2-2 count and the pitch from Lance McCullers. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So McCullers punches out Calhoun to end the inning. We go to the top of the third of a 2-0 Cub lead. Nico Hoerner leading off again for the Cubs here in the top of the third inning. 2 strikes is the count, and the pitch to Hoerner. He grounds it up the middle. The pitcher has it. Throwing over to first, that is going to be out number 1. Danny Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Santana 0 for 1 today. Here's a 1-2 count. Santana awaits the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Santana goes down swinging in a low fastball. That is 3 strikeouts in the day for Merrill Kelly. And now Rizzo the batter. He started a 2-out rally in the top of the first inning. 1 strike is the count to Rizzo. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and he's hit by a pitch. So retaliation apparently is the order of the day as Rizzo heads down to first. And he is on base now with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Kelly facing Correa. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Carlos Correa. Correa lines that one into center field. A diving play, and the center fielder hauls it in to end the inning. So it looked like extra bases, but the center fielder robs Correa of a base hit. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the third of a 2-0 lead. McCullers now facing Urena here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 strike is the count. Here's the pitch, driven into left, chasing Santana. He has an easy play for out number 1. Ahmed now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. McCullers delivers. Grounder toward third. Bryant picks it. He throws over to first for out number 2. And now the pitcher, Merrill Kelly, comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers now has 3 strikeouts in the game. We go to the top of the fourth of a 2-0 Cub lead. Bryce Harper leading off for the Cubs. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI in today's game. Facing Merrill Kelly in the top of the fourth inning. Full count. Here's the pitch to Harper, and he lines it, popping it up actually in foul territory. The first baseman making the play for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch to Chris Bryant. And he drives it into center field. Is that going to get down? No. The center fielder makes the running catch for out number 2. George Springer now coming up. 2 outs, nobody on. Springer waiting for the full count pitch. And Springer drives it into left. The left fielder heading toward the line a few steps, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the fourth of a 2-0 Chicago lead. McCullers now working on the second time through the Diamondbacks lineup. Alec Thomas coming up to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. 1 strike is the count. McCullers delivers. Driven to center. Going back is Springer. He adjusts a few steps back toward the wall, making the catch for out number 1. Pavin Smith now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count to Pavin Smith. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a changeup down and away. McCullers now with 4 strikeouts in the game. And Starling Marte is the next batter. 2 outs, the switch hitting Kettle Marte, that's a little bit confusing, is the next batter. He's batting from the left side against the righty McCullers. With a 1-ball count, here is the pitch. And a liner into left. Santana racing in to make the running catch for out number 3. So the Diamondbacks go down in order. We go to the top of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. Miguel Amaya facing off against Merrill Kelly in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Amaya lines that one into left. That's going to drop in for a base hit as Miguel Amaya has a leadoff single in the top of the 5th inning. The pitcher McCullers comes up now, and we're going to attempt a sacrifice play. The bunt is on. The pitcher has it. He throws to second to get the lead runner. McCullers bunted it too hard back toward the mound, and the pitcher had an easy play at second for the first out of the inning. So now Nico Horner's the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. McCullers is the runner on first. 1 ball is the count. Horner grounds it toward first. The throw goes to second. There's no relay back to first, however, and that's out number 2. So the fielder's choice retires McCullers at second. Horner now is at first. And Danny Santana is the next batter here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1-1 is the count. And Santana pops it up. Routine play toward the left field line. The left fielder looks up and puts it away to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. We go now to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. Seth Beer coming up to lead off for Arizona in the bottom of the 5th. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. And a grounder toward third. Bryant was the only infielder on that side, and he throws it away. The throw was off target, and Beer is safe at first on an error. That's going to be ruled E6. Beer now on first, and Kelly the batter, with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. McCullers just furious out there on the mound. Let's see if he can settle down. 1-2 count. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Big curveball for the first strikeout of the inning. 5 now in the game for McCullers, and it brings up Cole Calhoun. With 1 out, 1 man on, McCullers working with a 1-strike count. And that's a wild pitch. It goes all the way to the backstop. The runner is going to advance to second, which is Beer. And now the Diamondbacks have a runner in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The double play is no longer in order. McCullers working. Here's the full count pitch. And Calhoun takes up and in for ball 4. So he draws the walk. And now Urena is the batter. With first and second 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The tying run is on base. McCullers working through his first jam of this ball game. Here is the 3-0 count and the pitch. Check swing and ball 4. So the walk is issued and the bases are loaded. And now McCullers has really gotten himself into a jam here. Ahmed is the next batter for the Diamondbacks, and we're going to have to warm up a reliever right here. So it's the bottom of the 5th inning. The bases loaded, 1 out. We're protecting a 2-run lead. If we get to the top of the lineup, it's going to be a bunch of lefties, which means that what we really need is Moya or Blake Taylor or Tariq Skubal. And it's going to be Skubal. So, we're going to visit the mound. McCullers says, I'm not laboring at all, except that he's walked 2 batters, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. McCullers working to Ahmed with a 2-strike count, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a sinker down and in. He got him to strike out for out number 2. So now we get Josh Rojas, a pinch hitter off the Diamondbacks bench, coming up with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rojas has 5 home runs and a .235 batting average on the season. He is facing McCullers with 2 outs, bases loaded, Cubs up by 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes the full count pitch. McCullers delivers. That is outside for ball 4. He walks in the run. So now it's a 2-1 ball game. Skubal is ready. And Alec Thomas is coming up to the plate. And this is where we're going to make a change. So it's amazing how fast this inning went downhill for McCullers. The walk, well, there was an error. And now 3 walks in the inning. And now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Skubal is going to be brought in to face Alec Thomas. So Skubal comes in out of the bullpen. He has a 4-4 record with a 68 2/3 innings thrown, 21 walks, 86 strikeouts, and a .275 ERA. Skubal needs to get Thomas out to get out of the bottom of the 5th inning. This is a bases loaded jam. Full count. Skubal looking for the sign. And he delivers. And that is low for ball 4. So another walk is issued. The game is now tied. And now Skubal has to face Pavin Smith. With 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th inning. Skubal continuing to work out here on the mound. Here's another full count pitch. That is high for ball 4. And suddenly nobody can find the strike zone. We're going to warm up Joe Jimenez. And we're going to get him warmed up in a hurry. So now the Diamondbacks are up 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Skubal is facing Ketel Marte. With the bases loaded, 2 outs, he's walked 2 batters on full count pitches. Let's see if he can get Marte out to end this inning. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch, and Marte pops it up in foul territory. Rizzo chasing, he looks up and he puts it away to end the inning. So the Diamondbacks score 3 times without getting a base hit. We go to the top of the 6th of a 3-2 ball game. Rizzo is facing Hunter Strickland in the top of the 6th inning. The Cubs are behind by 1. Strickland, out of the Diamondbacks bullpen, has thrown 12 2/3 innings, walked 2, struck out 16 with a 1.42 ERA. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And Rizzo grounds it up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and Rizzo's out by a step for out number 1. Correa now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count to Carlos Correa, and he grounds that one towards second. The throw goes over to first, and that's out number 2. Bryce Harper is now batting, and Andrew Chafin has now come in out of the Diamondback bullpen. Chafin has thrown 34 1/3 innings, 11 walks, 40 strikeouts, and a 5.24 ERA. And Chafin has allowed 5 home runs in just 16 innings pitched at home this season. So Chafin facing Harper with 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Bryce Harper. Chafin looking for the sign and the delivery. And there's a drive to deep right field. However, that is going to be chased down. The right fielder has it to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-2 ball game. So Skubal is going to face Beer here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 is the count. Skubal delivers. There's a pop-up on the infield. Rizzo in foul territory making the catch for out number 1. That was a fastball at 101 miles an hour. Kelly now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count as Skubal delivers. There's a liner right up the middle. Skubal about got his head taken off. That is a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that is the first base hit of the game for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Cole Calhoun now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on, and we are going to get Jimenez back up. Visit the mound. Yeah, all right. So Skubal facing Calhoun with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Skubal gets the strikeout, his first of the game, for out number 2. And now Urena, the batter. The switch hitting Urena, batting from the right side against the lefty Skubal. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count pitch. Skubal delivers. Up and in for ball 4. That is another walk issued. And now Urena is on first. And Joe Jimenez is ready to pitch. So he's going to be brought in to try to get out of this inning. He's going to face Nick Ahmed with 2 outs, 2 men on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Jimenez working with a 2-ball count. Here is the pitch to Ahmed. And a grounder up the middle. The second baseman has it. The throw goes to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Diamondbacks strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 3-2 ball game. And now Chris Bryant is leading off for the Cubs in the top of the 7th inning. Bryant waiting for the first pitch, and he pops it up behind third base. In short left field, the third baseman makes the play for out number 1. Springer now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Chafin facing Springer with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up, medium depth center field, going toward left center field, and the catch is made for out number 2. And now Miguel Amaya is the batter. With 2 outs and nobody on, Chafin facing Amaya with a 1-ball count. Here it comes. And it's popped up to center. Coming in fast is the center fielder. He looks up and he makes the running catch to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-2 Arizona lead. And now Corey Ray is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot for Arizona in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jimenez is facing Ray. He got the last out, throwing 3 pitches in the 6th inning, and now he's coming out to work the 7th. Here's a full count, and Jimenez delivers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's how you get a full count strikeout. So Jimenez now facing Alec Thomas with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Jimenez delivers, and there's a drive into left. Harper chasing, and he puts it away for out number 2. Sounded good coming off the bat, but was basically right at Bryce Harper for the 2nd out of the inning. And now, Pavin Smith the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Jimenez working with a 1-strike count. Here it comes. And there's a pop-up to second base. Horner has it, and he makes the play to end the inning. So Jimenez works a perfect 7th. We go to the top of the 8th of a 3-2 Diamondback lead. And now we are going to get a pinch hitter as the Diamondbacks bring in a new pitcher. Silvino Bracco is the new Arizona pitcher. He has thrown 32 innings, walked 15, struck out 34 with a 4.22 ERA. We are going to warm up, let's see here, for the 8th inning. We're going to go ahead and warm up Blake Taylor and Liam Hendricks. And our pinch hitter is going to be the newly acquired Nelson Cruz to try to lead off this inning. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot in the top of the 8th inning. Cruz, so far this season, has 15 home runs and a .244 batting average. He is facing Bracco, waiting for the first pitch. Bracco delivers, and Cruz pops it up to short center field. Coming in is the center fielder. He makes the play for out number 1. Nico Horner now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Nico Horner. There's a liner right at the shortstop. That looked like it was headed for center field, but Nick Ahmed hauls it in for out number 2. Danny Santana now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Bracco facing Santana with a 1-strike count. Here it comes, and Santana is hit by the pitch. So he heads down to first. He now is going to have to come out of the ball game as he was hit in the knee. The pinch runner is going to be Mike Tauschman, who will also be his defensive replacement out in left field. Now, what is Kelly's? Oh, he's a really good catcher, and he has a strong arm. Well, Rizzo is facing Bracco with the tying run on first and 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. And I feel like we need to try to find a spot here to roll the dice and steal second base potentially. We're going to swing away at the first pitch and see what happens. That's high. That is ball 1. That was a fastball. So let's see if we can steal second on the second pitch. Here it comes. That's low, and Tauschman holds it first. So a 2-ball count to Rizzo now. Bracco working. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 3. So Rizzo showing some patience at the plate, taking 3 straight balls, and now, you know, there's actually no way. Oh, take pitch right here. Do I make him take the pitch with a 3-ball count? I feel like we should, especially with 2 outs. Make him throw a strike. Let's see what he does. That is a slider for a strike. Okay, so now Rizzo's going to swing away with a 3-1 count, and we'll see what happens. And he grounds it back up the middle weakly. The second baseman has it. The throw goes to first, and Rizzo beats it out. Rizzo, blazing a path down the first base line, beats it out for an infield single. And so now Carlos Correa comes up as the inning continues. Correa facing Bracco with 2 outs and the tying run on second here in the top of the 8th inning. Correa, who leads the team in home runs and is second in RBIs, facing Bracco in a critical situation here in the top of the 8th inning. There are 2 outs and 2 men on. The Cubs are down by 1. Here is the pitch, and there's a pop-up to the right side. The right fielder coming in, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 8th of a 3-2 ball game. So now Blake Taylor is going to be brought into this ball game to pitch, and Liam Hendricks is going to be sat down. Taylor is going to have the opportunity to work this entire inning if he can go 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens here. Taylor facing Marte. First pitch, Blake Taylor standing on the mound, looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a foul ball. We're going to switch this back over to 1-pitch mode. Here's the 2-2 count. Blake Taylor delivers. And a grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it. He throws to first for out number 1. And now Taylor facing Beer with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 2-2 count, and Taylor delivering the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. So Carson Kelly now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Taylor working with a full count. Here is the pitch to Carson Kelly. And that is low for ball 4. That was a fastball that missed low. And now Cole Calhoun is the batter, and we're going to make sure Hendricks is ready. So if Taylor can retire Calhoun, he'll get out of this inning. Otherwise, we'll bring in Hendricks to face Urena. So here's a 2-2 count. Blake Taylor delivers. There's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Diamondbacks strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 9th of a 3-2 ball game. And now Liam Hendricks is going to sit down. Bryce Harper is leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th inning. Harper with 11 home runs on the season facing Kevin Grinkle. Kevin Ginkle? Kevin Ginkle? Kevin somebody. Kevin G. Kenny G. So Kevin Ginkle is going to try to lock down the save here in the top of the 9th inning. With 30 1/3 innings thrown, he has 17 walks, 43 strikeouts, and a 2.67 ERA. Ginkle is facing Harper in the top of the 9th inning. 1 strike is the count. Bryce Harper waiting on the pitch. And here it comes. And Harper drives it short left field, coming in. Left fielder looks up and makes the play for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Bryant facing Ginkle here in the top of the 9th inning with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch to Chris Bryant. And he pops it up behind the shortstop Short left field, again, Bryant is retired for out number 2. So the Cubs down to their final out. And George Springer coming up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Springer facing Ginkel in the top of the 9th inning. 3-1 is the count. Springer showing some patience, waiting for the pitch. It's high for ball 4, so Springer taking the walk, representing the tying run on the top of the 9th inning with 2 outs and the runner on first. And if we were to tie up this ball game, we do want to make sure that Hendricks is still ready to come in. So Ginkel facing Amaya with 2 outs, tying run on first in the top of the 9th inning. Miguel Amaya batting .273 with 7 home runs on the season. Facing Ginkel, the Cubs down to their final out. Here is the 3-ball count and the pitch to Miguel Amaya. And that's a check swing. That is ball 4. So the walk is issued. The Cubs now have the go-ahead run on base. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Blake Taylor. And this pinch hitter is going to be Buster Posey. Buster Posey, coming off the Cubs bench, is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. He has 5 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .256 batting average on the season. Posey facing Ginkel, first and second, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Ginkel working. Here's a 3-1 count and the pitch to Posey. And that is way up and in. That is ball 4. So suddenly the bases are loaded. And now Nico Horner comes up to the plate. He is 0 for 4 today. He's going to face Ginkel with the tying run 90 feet away here in the top of the 9th inning. Ginkel working to Horner. Here is the first pitch to Nico Horner. Here it comes. And that's line past the third baseman down the left field line. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. Chasing down in the left field corner. 3 runs are going to score. The slide at home, and Nico Horner has a bases-clearing RBI double as the Cubs take a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 9th inning. Nico Horner coming up with probably his biggest base hit so far this season, and now Mike Tauschman is the batter. With Horner on second, the Cubs up by 2. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Ginkel facing Tauschman. And we are going to see Edwin Diaz warming up in the bullpen. And we're going to make sure that Hendricks is still ready. Tauschman facing Ginkel in the top of the 9th. The Cubs have just retaken the lead. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch to Tauschman, and he grounds that one toward first. The pitcher comes over to cover, the throw to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the Cubs mount a 2-out rally in the top of the 9th inning to take a 2-run lead into the bottom of the frame. So now, Liam Hendricks is going to come into this ball game. He is going to pitch for the Cubs. He will be facing the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Diamondbacks lineup in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hendricks has a 6-0 record with 46 2/3 innings thrown, 9 walks, 63 strikeouts, and an ERA of $1.93. So Hendricks working with a 2-ball count. He is looking for the sign, and here's the pitch to Urena. There's a pop-up short center field that drops into no man's land for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That is only the 2nd base hit of the ball game for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And now a pinch hitter is coming up. Dalton Varsho comes off the Diamondbacks bench. He has 6 home runs, 23 RBIs, and a .275 batting average on the season. Hendricks, so Diaz is ready. Hendricks gave up the leadoff single, and quite honestly, there's no reason to leave him out there. Edwin Diaz is going to come into this ball game, and he's going to work with a runner on first, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Edwin Diaz now facing the pinch hitter. Here is the 2-strike count. Edwin Diaz looking for the sign. and he delivers. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning as Diaz records the strikeout. And now another pinch hitter, Eduardo Escobar, comes up to the plate. The switch-hitting Escobar batting from the left side against the righty Diaz. He has 9 home runs, 38 RBIs, and a 246 batting average so far this season. Diaz working with 1 out and a runner on first. Here's a full count pitch. Edwin Diaz. There's a grounder towards second. The throw goes to first. They do not try to get the double play. However, the fielder's choice does record the second out of the inning. Runner advancing from first to second on that play, and now Alec Thomas is the batter with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Diaz working here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 strike is the count. And Alec Thomas grounds it to third. The throw goes quickly over to first, and Bryant throws it away. That's his second throwing error of this ball game. So now the runners are on first and third with 2 outs. The tying run is on base, and Pavin Smith is the batter here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Smith facing Diaz with 2 outs, 2 men on. The Cubs clinging to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th. And 1 strike is the count. There's a pop-up to left. Tauschman adjusting back toward the wall, and he makes the catch to end the game. So the Diamondbacks threaten the bottom of the 9th. However, they do not score. They strand 2, and the Cubs record a 5-3 win coming off the All-Star break here in Arizona. Cubs getting 5 runs on 6 hits with 2 errors. Arizona 3 runs on 2 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is Merrill Kelly of the Diamondbacks. He went 5 innings of 4-hit, 2-run baseball with 3 strikeouts. Lance McCullers for the Cubs went 4 2/3 of 3-run, no-hit baseball. None of the runs were earned. He issued 3 walks and struck out 6. And then the Cub bullpen combined for 4 1/3 innings of scoreless relief. Danny Santana was injured by getting hit by a pitch. He is day-to-day for a week with a bruised knee. And now we see that the Cubs, Chris Bryant, committed 2 errors, his 3rd and 4th of the season, over at third base. And just to be totally clear with how all this played out, in the top of the 9th inning, the Cubs had 2 outs and nobody on base, and then drew 1, 2, 3 consecutive walks, followed by a double off the bat of Nico Horner to take the lead in the top of the 9th inning. So, the Cubs improve to 59-33, maintaining their 14-game lead over the Cardinals as the Diamondbacks drop to 42-51. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.